I want to get your big picture take here on what the real world impact could be of these leaks. How much damage do you think this does to the U.S. relationship with Ukraine in the middle of Russia's war in Ukraine?
Yeah, first of all, this is a tremendous embarrassment for the U.S. You know, we've had this happen a couple of times before. You just mentioned Snowden. So first is an embarrassment. In terms of Ukraine, what bothers me most, number one, you never want to reveal certain things like vulnerabilities, weaknesses, troop movements, how much equipment they've lost, and where their next battle plan might be. In this case, I think that's what we've done with this leak here, and it's going to cause the Ukrainian to alter some of their plans. And so I think in terms of whether or not this had a tremendous impact, I don't really know, but it appears by what I've seen that it should provide, have some type of impact in terms of Ukrainian movement.
Well, you take me to my next question, Lieutenant General. I mean, could this actually undercut President Zelensky in his effort to win this war?
It could, but what I've noticed over the past year that I watched the Ukrainians, they are extremely flexible and adaptable. And I anticipate that they are now changing their battle plans to be able to continue this fight. And so I think they can adapt to it. I think what we have here now is we just have to be careful going forward. As you heard Director Brennan talk about, triage this, figure out what went wrong, correct the problem, and let's move on with it. But let's definitely correct this problem.
Yeah, well, and NBC News does have some reporting that some of the documents indicate that Ukraine launched operations inside Belarus and Russia, which, as you know, goes against U.S. and Western allies' wishes. Do you think that could undercut support within European allies? I mean, obviously, you've seen President Biden try to rally support. Could this unwind some of that support?
I don't think so. And I don't think it's really been a secret. Most people have really thought as much as some of the operations that have happened in the past have been executed by the Ukrainians inside Russia, inside Belarus. So I really don't think that this is a big surprise. If anything, it validates it.
But one thing that the Washington Post reported on today is that the documents appear to cast doubt on the Ukrainians' spring offensive. Based on what you know about Ukraine's capabilities, does that surprise you? Is that consistent with what you know?
I think in the big scheme of things, what you're really looking at here, there are 800 miles of Russians that are down in the south, southwest, and east. And oh, by the way, you also have Crimea as well. And so when we're talking about this counteroffensive, it's going to have to be more than just one counteroffensive to defeat the Russians and kick them out of Ukraine. So this war is going to last a long time. So we shouldn't hinge on this one counteroffensive to be able to provide success, total success to the Ukrainians. I really do think that that's what these documents are getting at.
We do so much appreciate